Hello and welcome back to Moonstone's journey, where we are picking up where we left off in the last episode and trying to hunt an elk herd. We desperately need food because we just had an awful fight with the Whisper Creek pack, leaving the whole pack very, very injured. Yeah, pups are very low. All the adults are a bit low in health. We did rest and heal up a little bit, but certainly not as healed up as we'd like to be going into an elk hunt, but we are going to have to do the best that we can. We are not in our own territory, and that is also not ideal. It's very dangerous, especially since it's Whisper Creek territory, who we just fought, and their scent is very strong here, so they could be close by. There's the elk herd. If we could chase the elk herd north, I think we might be able to pull this off if we can get the herd running before Whisper Creek finds us. We are not going to be able to do a rally, and we really need to try and keep the pups safe. We need to keep everybody safe here. Oh good, they're already running. Moonstone is going to encourage them even more with a growl. They're kind of heading to the east, so let's... That one already fell. We are not going to chance trying to take any of them down in this territory. We are going to wait for them to be in our own territory before we even try. Have we already been found? Why are we getting this music? It sounds like we've been... Oh, we are being chased. Oh boy. Okay. Looks like we are heading to the north, so let's do a little check here. See if we can't push them a little bit further to the west. Northwest. Ooh, hopefully nobody gets a hold of anybody here. That one is kind of veering off. We are going to stay with the herd. Try and keep everybody safe. As safe as we can. Don't want them going too far west. We really need them heading north. Just needed them to go a little bit west. Almost back in our territory. And I guess this direction is fine because it... Yeah, I could just use to push them just a little bit more. Turn them just a little bit. Alright, back into our own territory, and the music has already changed, so thankfully the other pack has given up their chase. I don't think anybody got caught there. We can do a little health check real quick just to be sure. I think everybody's good. So now we just need to wait for somebody to make a mistake. Aries is going after that one, and she is a bit slow, but we really, really need to find the weakest one. And ideally when they fall, because it'll allow us to... Ooh, not that one, not the bull. Definitely not in good enough shape for that. I know that one fell over there, but we were not quite quick enough to get on it. And for us to take the least amount of damage, we really need to get them while they're down. I think that one fell too, but it's a spike. Charlie, please be safe. I'm gonna pull back because everybody's getting a little too excited about that spike elk there. Where are we headed? Still doing okay with territory. Alright. There's gotta be another one stumbling soon. I think that one just stumbled again. Poor spike elk is just having all sorts of clumsy troubles. Driftwood is like, oh my goodness, this is not what I wanted to do, but here we are. Oh gosh. It is pretty injured, so we might be able to do something. Let's wolf the pups. Oof, ouch. This feels like such a terrible idea, but here we are. Donade, please be safe. Just going to try and take this down as quickly as we can. Catch your breath. There we go, as long as we can hold it. Whew. Moonstone is definitely thanking God on this big meal. She did not expect, with all of them being in the shape that they are in, to be able to take down a spike elk, but he was definitely very weak and injured. You know, he kept stumbling and showing his weakness, so I do think it was the way to go. And obviously Bringwin, my goodness, everybody's just growling at Moonstone. I think maybe everybody's just really hungry. Everybody's hangry. Right, well, we are going to take a chunk of this and go eat it over here since everybody wants to growl at Moonstone. My goodness. My goodness. Yeah, Bringwin is injured. You know, I think he's probably just feeling a bit grumpy because his leg is really hurting, and you know, I think everybody is just not in the best spirits right now. I think after everybody gets full bellies and a good night's rest, maybe everybody will be feeling a little bit better. Like, they've eaten half of this spike elk, so it was definitely needed among the pack. Here we go. And you know, it was very dangerous. It was very risky because they did get caught by the Whisperer Creek, who they just got done fighting. So I bet the pack is just really thinking that Moonstone is not making the best choices right now. Yeah. I think they're all full. I think they're just going to rest right here because everybody needs to heal up so much. There we go. Have a little fox and coyotes. And everybody is healing up pretty good. Titan and Donade are still a little bit needing to recover, but get out of here. We're going to definitely make sure these guys go away before we settle in to eat. Out of here, fox. Out of here, coyotes. Everybody get a good breakfast. I can't believe this spike elk is already almost gone. We have a lot of mouths to feed, don't we? But at least we'll be starting the day with full bellies, and Moonstone will do their morning prayer here. Thank God for this, for their daily bread this morning. Hopefully everybody is in better spirits today. Aries has her tail tucked a little bit up there with that fox. Yeah, I think Aries is going to be really interesting to play when her time does come. It's going to be a while, but I do think she's going to be a lot of fun. There we go. Got our rally. Our sleep bar is almost full. Everybody is feeling much better. Brangwyn is feeling better. You know, he's rolling down on his back today. He's probably apologizing for being so grumpy yesterday. Looks like we have snows falling, which means we are probably getting closer to winter. Let's go ahead and take a look at our map. We are still in fall. And Whisper Creek is trying to move into our territory, so we are probably going to need to fix that. Looks like they are in there right now. I don't know that Moonstone wants to go into another fight with them so soon, with everybody still trying to heal up from before. But, they do have full bellies, and everybody is doing a lot better on their health, so, you know, she also doesn't want them taking their territory, so I think she is going to take the pack in, and, you know, the pack might not be too happy with her because they literally just got done fighting them in the last episode, and it was such a tough fight. I really don't want them to be back in the same circumstances they were just in. Charlie's like, Mom, are you sure we should do this? Like, seriously. They're such a strong pack. Okay, the invasion is over, but Aries is healing up. We do smell them very nearby, and I'm betting they're still here, so... And she is trying to raise a fierce pack, like I've said in the past. You know, she wants to be sure that all of her pups can handle themselves, not just while they are living with her, but also when they do choose to disperse. They need to know how to protect their territory, how to protect their pack, and make sure that they have all of the skills required, and that means they do need as much experience as possible with dealing with this kind of thing. They are not here currently, so we're just going to howl and try and take this back over. If they show up, then we will deal with that. There we go. Being able to take it back over without getting into a fight is even better. Let's see if we can get a nice picture here. Those two in the background are so cute. Charlie's like tilting his head. There we go. Okay. Well, happy to take that back over. It's Let's do another howl, just bring it up to 100 so that we don't have to come back over here so soon. And then we will head to the west and take care of territory in this direction. Everybody's pretty full, so I was kind of debating on if we should go west and then back south, kind of circle back to the carcass, but I don't think we really need to. Let's put a marker here. But that one is a bit low. And it is a border hex, so I think we are going to go ahead and head back in that direction to just make sure that is strong. Moonstone is seeing how strong Whisper Creek is right now, and she really doesn't want to fall back into that space where she was before, where, you know, she felt like she had to take out wolves in order to keep her pack safe. She's just really trying to, let's get a picture here. She's just really trying to not fall back into that. It was just a dark place, and it really put her pack in a lot of danger. And you know, she's seen what it did to her family. You know, I think she almost lost her young pups at one point because, you know, she got so injured and was almost not able to feed her pups, and that was a really scary situation for her. It really woke her up, and she realized that it just was not the way to go. And so she's just trying hard not to fall back into that, because it could be something so easy to do. And you know, it definitely did help thin out the packs and stuff, but it just wasn't worth it to do that to her family. Triton feeling a little unsure. Having a little talk with Shooting Star. I'm sure Shooting Star let him know that everything was gonna be just fine. Look how pretty that is. I always say that, but you know, I think in the videos it's probably not nearly as pretty as what it really is in game. Alright, let's... Yeah, I wouldn't mind going back towards this carcass over here. I know there's not much left on it, but we're still in the area, and we might as well, you know, probably take another nap by it and eat what we can again in the morning before we move further to the north. How strong is this territory? 99, okay. Still doing fantastic. So happy to see so many healing their minor injuries and such. Okay, we do still smell the Whisper Creek pack pretty strong here. Certainly not what we want to be smelling, but hopefully it's just old smell. And they're going to sleep here. And they hope to get one more breakfast off of this food. Off of the spike elk that they brought down. Look at everybody healing up. That's so wonderful. And we have a mountain lion. And game is being a bit glitchy. And we also have Whisper Creek. Who would have thought? Moonstone is not backing down. These guys just really seem to be trying to take advantage of them, and Moonstone is just not having it. Charlie. Oh, good job, Titan. You got that one under control. We're trying to help, but we are just getting bitten by everybody. Bringwin, good job. I'll help you over here. See, Donade is getting bit. Get off our pup. I see you trying to get Aries. Shadow on us again. Let him go. Whisper, let go Charlie. Oh, Driftwood, good job. Good job, Triton. Driftwood, good job. Shooting Star had Triton's back. Very well done. You let go of Charlie. Pretty sure that's who Shadow had a hold of. Somebody's getting Donade. Let him go. Whisper, I see you trying to get somebody. We are out of stamina. Go. Good job, Charlie. And we did it. Wonderful. Good job, everybody. Let's see how everybody did there. Looks like Triton got down to 56, but everybody handled themselves so much better in that fight. And Moonstone is happy to see her pack becoming even more experienced just from the little fights that they've had. Everybody really fought well there, and she is so thankful to see that. She's thankful to see that, you know, her pack can handle herself or themselves against such another strong pack. It gives her more and more hope that they'll be just fine. And they will thank God for keeping everybody safe there. Everybody came out with their life, including everyone from the other pack, and they still have food to fill their bellies with. Yeah, this spike elk was such a fantastic meal for them for several days, and you know, they'll have to hunt again next time. But it was such a welcome meal for them, for sure. Hey, Titan. Hey, Bringwin, how are you doing? Still limping a bit, but handling yourself very well in those fights, aren't you? That was a really cute picture. I love both of their expressions, plus the stars above them. Whoa, Moonstone, please don't turn your head like that. That's so creepy. Okay. Well, that is gone. They need to head north. I'd rather not sleep again so soon. I feel like our sleep bar is doing pretty good, but if we keep sleeping so much, our territory is really going to dwindle. So we are going to have to head to the north to take care of some of this territory before we lay down for another nap and let the pack heal up the rest of the way. Thankfully, everybody has pretty full bellies besides Titan. Titan apparently... Bringwin? What? Just all of a sudden, Bringwin? Oh, he must really not be happy with Moonstone right now. He was doing so good, and then... And then all of a sudden for him to just decide, all right, I'm out. I'm not dealing with this anymore. Yeah, I think, you know, he's injured and Moonstone keeps putting them in these situations, and you know, he's happy to see his mom and everything, but he's just choosing not to partake anymore. He wants to go live his own life, and he wants to be in control of the decisions that are being made. He doesn't agree with how Moonstone is running the pack, and yeah, that was the last straw for him in doing another fight with that pack. And, you know, he probably doesn't want to see his younger siblings or any of his family being injured in, or worse, in the decisions that Moonstone is making. So Moonstone wishes him well, and you know, hopefully all goes well for him in his own story. I honestly thought Ares would disperse before Brangwyn, but he decided to disperse pretty young. How old is he? Yeah, he's just a yearling. He's only 1 year old. And man, he was definitely somebody that Moonstone relied on. He always was upfront, confident tell, helping out and hunting, and yeah, I think that's why she's so surprised that he decided to leave, and I don't think she knows why he left. I think she thinks it's a bad idea. She thinks that he should have stayed with them longer. But she knows that he has learned a lot, and I don't think that she doubts that he'll do well on his own. How is this territory? It's doing pretty good. So let's head further north then. Here we are. Go ahead and put a marker here. That is that one. I think we'll go ahead and keep to the west, because all of this is looking pretty good. This one's low, but you know, everything else is doing good, whereas all of this still needs marked. So we are going to go ahead and head to the west, and that is all the time that I have for today. So thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging with us. If you enjoyed this episode, please give it a like. and consider subscribing if you are new. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you guys. If you're newly subscribed, then welcome in. I'm so happy to have you here, and I hope you are enjoying the content. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a blessed day, and until next time, bye-bye.